What is up, YouTube? It's Kingfisher745, and this is going to be a sneak peek at Beetle in PvP. Now, this is definitely counting as your weekend video, which is a little bit late, but we're going to have another video tomorrow. So this is a bonus, as I was saying I would try to deliver. I honestly just got so busy and had no time over the weekend. But here it is, better late than never. And for our first look, I just wanted to try her out with Anti-Venom. If you're wondering why, well, he's one of my favorite opportunist characters. And her level 9, when used after her level 6, will exploit opportunity. So hopefully we can get a big hit from that level 9. By the way, on a side note, we had a pretty big comic book pickup this weekend. There was a massive sale and tons of dollar books. So I got quite a few, and many of them are from the comic cover collections. There were a few that somehow got put back or left behind, and I was pretty bummed out about that, but at least we got a few. Anyways, what I was thinking about doing is posting a video on this channel, and then also maybe reposting it on my second channel that's going to be converted over. I don't know, I just think it's important to get a baseline of the type of videos we're going to have over there. So we'll see, I'm not sure what I'm going to do just yet. As for Beetle though, she does have access to her playbook right away. It's a quick action, it's subtle. Causes disadvantage on the enemies, and it's going to grant your allies combat awareness. But it's actually the last part of the plan that we want to focus on. Next attack gains exploit opportunity. Well, put that on Bertha and you have quite an AoE catastrophic attack. Since that starts cooldown, we're going to wait to use our level 6. You also could certainly use that buff right away and get a nice attack, especially from your follow-up, as well as setting up your teammates. Currently we're using the hair-triggered E-ISO on her, so that means when we use her gun attack, she will follow it up with her level 1. Then every once in a while she'll use her passive follow-up, so she gets a triple attack. That's pretty rare in the game, but awesome when it happens. Now also another ISO that we're going to end up using is you can place the manifesting A-ISO on her playbook. At least I don't see why not. That'll give her epiphany. Also guaranteeing that Bertha critically hits. Since it has deadly crits, that's a huge bonus. But we're going to talk about all this on the podcast on Tuesday. The segment will be all about Beetle, and it's going to be in preparation for the next All Hail the King episode, which will feature her and 3 other teams. Like I said, for now, this is just a first look at her in PvP. She's only a level 11 as well. But I do want to add in one more match and just make a quick video since I wanted to give you an extra one this week. It should be a decent challenge because we're facing Kurth and Cloak and Dagger. And this team has a lot more health than the last team, even though that really doesn't matter. Now after C&D attack our team, we're going to go ahead and use our short fuse, then our opportunist debuff move. I Am the Cure is one of my favorite abilities in this game, for many reasons. It has so many debuffs, it looks incredible, and I just love it all around. That's basically why we're using Anti-Venom in this video. By the way, it's also great when they get to go before Beetle, so we kinda got a decent turn order in this one. Now we do end up using Rapid Shot, and we'll get a follow-up. The first part misses, but we do land a hit. That could have gone better, but as long as Bertha gets to land and Beetle doesn't get knocked out, I'd be pretty happy with this match. Now at this point, I was getting kind of frustrated by all this purge damage, but at least Beetle does also counterattack that tactician. Purge though is just absolutely so frustrating, and in Beetle's case, well, when they can debuff you, it takes out 2 class benefits, besides of course all this damage. The damage is obviously what's driving me crazy this time. But now on Cloak and Dagger's turn, we are at least going to mind control them, stopping their level 2. So that's a pretty big bonus moment, at least we got that back against them. Then on my agent's turn, we're going to go ahead and target the enemy agent and hopefully hit Cloak and Dagger. Alright, so it worked out perfectly. And then once it makes it to Anti-Venom's turn, we're going to try the same exact thing. Unfortunately, this time we hit Kurth. That was pretty odd, but we do also get a follow-up attack. Oh, and Beetle's going to join in. So with her dots, she is quite hurt at this point. but you're also seeing that crazy absorb energy nonsense going on. So we got ripped off by Purged, and then by that absorb energy. Still though, let's unleash a Bertha and maybe this match will be worth it all. So there it is, a huge AoE hit. And that's from a level 11 Beetle. That's really all I wanted to do in this short video. So I'm glad it worked out, and I do hope you enjoyed the sneak peek. Like I said, we'll be talking about her in the All Hail the King segment on the podcast this Tuesday. And then we'll have an All Hail the King episode of her shortly after. There's plenty more planned, so make sure to stay tuned to the channel. I even wouldn't be surprised if Richard Rider Nova was released. So make sure you stay on the lookout. Hit that like button, subscribe, and comment. Then until next time, good luck, and take care.